Hi, John Morrison here, and I wanted to come to you today and talk to you about one of the most important aspects of your business, and that is your list, your working capital. Folks, it's a stone cold fact. If you don't have people to talk to about your business, you're dead in the water. So you have to have a large, comprehensive list of people that you can get in front of your business opportunity that can be future business partners with you, and go out and build a massive network that's going to generate life-changing income. Now, there's several ways to add people to the list, but the key here is it's got to be a living, breathing, growing document, okay? I love what Eric Worre says. He breaks it down into three different categories: posers, amateurs, and professionals. Posers treat this like a lottery, okay? They just make a small mental list. They go out, they get a few people that they talk to, they tell them no, they beat them up, they get throat punched, and then they treat it like a lotto ticket. You know, talk to my sister, she hammered me, nope, mark that out. Talk to my neighbor, they're already in some other company, mark that out. And before you know it, they're throwing the lotto ticket in the trash and they're done. And then when you follow back up with them, you say, look, where have you been? Let's get busy. And they tell you, well, I've talked to everybody I know, and both of them said no. It's laughable, but that's a poser. An amateur, they make a small written list, and then they start sweating bullets the closer they get to the end of that list, because they're fixing to be dead in the water. They're fixing to run out of working capital, people to talk to, okay? Professionals make a large, comprehensive list. They learn the skill of gathering information and collecting information. They never run out of people to talk to. They're always gathering and collecting contacts, information, so that they have more and more people to share their business with. They also use different venues or avenues to generate these prospects. Okay, don't just have one source for your leads or your contacts. Okay, you need to have about 5 different sources, as a matter of fact, 5 to stay alive, as other trainers have said inside this wonderful profession. So, there's a lot of different ways of doing that. Networking groups, Chamber of Commerce, BNI, Meetup.com, going out and volunteering, being a part of your local community. And you're going to run into people doing that. All right, the PTA, school functions. All right. But initially, when you first get started, you want to make a large list, and it's a fact that if you're over 21 years of age, you know over 2,000 people on a first name basis if you had your memory jogged. And there's a lot of memory joggers out there. The Yellow Pages is a great one. Just starting A for accountant. Who do I know that's an accountant? Who do I know that needs an accountant? Who do I know that wants to be an accountant? And just write down names, and do not prejudge, okay? I cannot tell you how many times I get somebody started and they say, well, they wouldn't want to do this. They're already successful, or, this wouldn't be for them. Let those people decide. That's not your job. Your only job is to show them the business. So don't edit your list, okay? You don't know who's going to be the next king or queen of network marketing. You don't know who's going to get in it and not do anything. You have to let them decide that for themselves. Your job is just to show it, okay? So go down through that, jog your memory, church people, and don't think they have to be, 18 or older. What's the name of the kiddos on your child's t-ball team? Write those down. They have parents. That will jog your memory. Those parents have parents. They're called grandparents. Write those down. Who do I know that's brunette? Who do I know that's blonde? Who do I know that's redhead? Who do I know that's skinny? Who do I know that's fat? Who do I know that I went to school with? You can use all of those things to jog your memory. Social media is a great way to generate leads, okay, and jog your memory and add to your list. People that you wouldn't remember are all of a sudden going to be popping up because of the connections. That's an awesome tool to use. Now, don't go out and show up and throw up on Facebook or Twitter about your opportunity. I'm not saying that. There's a way to use social media, but I am telling you that you can utilize that as a tool to put them on a list, a hard document, and keep that on you. At least have a hot list on you at all times. That way, if you're sitting in the school parking lot waiting on your kiddos, that'll jog your memory. Hey, I could be calling somebody. Okay, so making a list. So I'm going to show you a quick technique to how you can put about 50 names on a sheet of paper in about 5 minutes, okay? And what you would want to do is take out a sheet of paper and just draw a cross on it, all right, where you have 4 quadrants. Draw a line right down the sheet of paper, down the middle, and one across the center, all right? And in the top left-hand corner, you're going to write friends, all right? Top right-hand corner, you're going to write family. We do those 2 up front so that you get your hopes and dreams beat out of you right up front. I'm joking, but that's where you're going to receive a lot of resistance. People that are supposedly looking out for your best interest and protecting you, okay? Even though they're on the 40-year plan and going to retire broke more than likely, and I'm not knocking those people. It just blows my mind how, somebody that says, working something part-time for 2 to 5 years and retiring wealthy is a bad deal compared to working 40 plus hours a week for 40 years for someone else and retiring broke. So that's a whole nother soapbox. That's a whole nother show. Okay. So anyway, friends and family, bottom left-hand corner, co-workers, and bottom right-hand corner, successful business people. And if I gave you a minute in each quadrant, you could write down 10 names probably without pulling a muscle, all right? So there's 40 names right there in 4 minutes. Now, if I gave you an extra minute, you could probably put 2, 3, or 4 more names in each quadrant, and there's your 50 to 60 names. And now you have working capital, okay? And you're going to continue to keep adding to the list, and you're going to become a professional and utilize other people's people. Even when they tell you no, you can say, well, who do you know that might be interested in what I have? I'm not here to talk you into it. I'm not here to sell you on it. You either see it or you don't, but you might know some other people that this would benefit, and I'll make it worth your while. If you give me their referral and they get involved, I'll make it worth your time. I'll make it worth your while. And utilize their people, because they all, I've got a brother, he's done about 5 of these things. Well, would you get me in touch with him? Okay? They don't have to know, you don't have to get into it, one of these things and all that stuff. Well, just get the contact and go show them the business, all right? So I learned something many years ago from a gentleman that had made millions of dollars in network marketing. Very, very successful. To this day, rode off into the sunset financially free. And he told me there's magic in a 100-name list, okay? And I'm just telling you, if you're over 21 years of age, you know over 2,000 people on a first-name basis. That's proven. But 100 names, there's magic in that list, he told me. He said, if you give me 100 names on a list, a sheet of paper, one of those people on that list is going to make your car payment the rest of your life. One of those people are going to make your house payment the rest of your life, and one of them is going to make you filthy stinking rich. Is it worth going through 97 no's to find those 3 yeses? And when I ask that question at trainings that I do, the crowd just, oh yeah, I would do it. Where in all reality, when they go out and mom tells them no, it's so devastating, it shoots them out of the water. But right there in that moment when they hear that, it doesn't sound like a big deal. Well, that's a fact, okay? 100-name list, that's exactly what's probably going to happen. Now, what if you had 1,000 names? You see what I'm saying? What if you had 2,000 names? Harvey Mackay wrote some great books, Dig Your Well Before You're Thirsty, Swim with the Sharks Without Getting Eaten Alive, and his dad taught him how to become a master at collecting people's information and how to come up with an ingenious way, a great way to stay in touch with those people. And due to that, he's got a Rolodex of literally thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people that he could call at any moment that would help him do whatever he needed to do. I mean, from queens to congressmen to you name it. He's got a large comprehensive list, and that's very, very powerful. I recommend that you get those books too, by the way. But you want to build this list. You always want to keep adding to the list, and I'll leave you with another example. Me and my son and wife were out at Red Lobster eating dinner a few nights back, and a sincere compliment is very, very powerful, and it has to be sincere, and it opens up true communication. And the little waitress that was taking care of us did a great job. And I told her, I said, you are absolutely awesome. You have given us some of the best service we've ever received at Red Lobster. And we've been eating here, on a regular basis for quite some time. I'm really impressed with how you've taken care of us. I haven't had to ask you whether I needed more water or tea or anything. You just did an awesome job. And she just lit up. And just by asking some questions and the power of asking questions, I found out that she was going to college to be an athletic trainer, and she was taking some online courses. And I waited till the end of our meal, and we were fixing to walk out, and I said, do you keep your options open for making money on the side of Red Lobster? Because in those questions, she had mentioned how she wanted to go to a different school but couldn't afford it. And I said, do you keep your options open for making money on the side of Red Lobster? And she said, certainly I do. She said, what do you have? I said, now's not the time to get into it. You've got other tables to wait on, and we have to go. But if you'll jot down your information, I'll get you some information back to you, and I'll show you how you can afford whatever college you want to go to and, change your life in the process. Would that be worth about 15 minutes? She said, certainly. And she whipped out a piece of paper, wrote her name, phone number, and email on it. See, that's a name, that's a contact. Just practice that. Do that with people, and you'll never run out of people to talk to. You can also use attraction marketing and YouTube and all kinds of things that attract people to you that will have them raising their hand saying, pick me, pick me, pick me, and that's a lot more fun. So I hope this has been valuable to you. Feel free to comment below. Let me know what you're running into. Let me know if this has been helpful to you. Share this with your team and organization. Share it on social media. And I look forward to helping you build a massive business, and I look forward to seeing you at the bank. Have a great, great day.